The night air was thick and warm, clinging to Uche's skin like a second layer of sweat. The forest ruins outside the Korodu trembled under the sound of gunfire. Every breath was fire, every step a dance with death. Bullets zipped past broken walls and splintered concrete, ringing out like claps of thunder. Dust rose from the ground in grey clouds, mixing with the iron scent of blood and the musty dampness of the old building. Uche and Stone crouched behind a shattered pillar, breath shallow, eyes sharp. Stone's voice was barely audible over the storm of bullets. "You can't take them head on." Uche's reply was pure resolve. "We draw them out. I go left, you loop." But a flash grenade changed everything. It exploded just meters away, forcing them to retreat into the bushy shadows of the compound's rear, disappearing under the cover of night and smoke. Inside the warehouse, the stale air held the scent of rust and mildew. Ada lay chained to a rusted pipe, the remnants of her wedding dress stained and torn. Her wrists were raw, her lips cracked and bruised. She didn't cry. She stared at the rotating bulb above her, the only thing moving freely in the room. The door creaked open. The gang leader stepped in, dressed in black from head to toe, his eyes cold and satisfied. A cigarette dangled from his lips. He didn't speak to her at first. He simply stared at her with the patience of a man who had waited a decade for revenge. When he finally spoke, it was to her father. "Chief of Four," he said into the phone, his voice sharp with venom. "You remember this voice? You remember what you did?" He paused. "You have 48 hours, release Kamal, and choose from custody. Bring 50 million naira to the Marina Bridge, or your daughter dies screaming." He ended the call before Ofo could respond. The message was delivered. Chief Ofo's office was a whirlwind of movement. Armed men marched in and out with satellite phones and data files, but Ofo stood frozen, fists clenched, jaw grinding. His badge meant nothing now. This wasn't a case, this was blood. "I don't negotiate with terrorists," he growled. "Sir," one officer said gently, "this time it's your daughter." That night, under the flickering light of a rundown garage in Apapa, Uche pored over blueprints and old gang routes. Stone winced as he cleaned a graze on his arm with jean and a torn t-shirt. "They will expect you," Stone warned. "The Scorpions don't forget." "I'm counting on it," Uche replied. "We go in through the maintenance tunnel. It's on the ground, quiet, they won't see it coming." Ada hadn't been idle. Every blink, every step of her captors, she recorded in her mind. She noticed one guard limp slightly, favoring his right side. Another played music too loudly in the evenings. The youngest, barely older than her, avoided her gaze, guilt already festering in his soul. "Do you have a sister?" Ada asked him one night. He blinked. "She wouldn't want you here," Ada added. "Silence!" But the seed had been planted. The following night, Uche and Stone descended into the tunnel. It reeked of stagnant water and rotting wood. Rats scurried ahead as they moved, flashlights off, relying only on memory and instinct. They emerged into the warehouse, inside the warehouse compound, under the cover of overgrown wheat and rusted scrap. The air was still, too still. Uche found a hatch and climbed through. There she was, Ada, chained, bruised, but alive. Their eyes met. She inhaled sharply. But before he could take another step, the lights blazed on, voices shouted, weapons clicked. The gang leader stepped out of the shadows. "Welcome, Uche! Ha 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 ha! We've been expecting you!" The firefight erupted. The stone covered the exit. Uche lunged towards Ada, ducking behind crates. Bullets ripped through wood. Sparks danced from metals. Ada cried out as a splinter sliced her arm. Suddenly, the youngest guard appeared beside her. "Run, run, run!" he whispered, tossing her a key. Chains hit the floor. Ada ran. Uche covered her. One bullet grazed his shoulder. He didn't stop. He kicked open the side door. Stone was already there, dragging a bleeding Ijoma to the van. The night was chaos. Rain poured in sheets, mud clung to their shoes, tires skidded as Uche slammed the door behind them and stepped on the gas. They didn't speak for several minutes, only when the highway stretched before them, endless and open, did Uche glance back. Ada sat, cradling Ijoma, silent tears on her cheeks. "You found me," she said quietly. Uche reached for her hand. "Always." At dawn, Chief Ofo arrived at the burnt shell of the warehouse. The fire was still smoldering. Kamal's body was recovered, burned but unidentifiable. The gang leader, gone, like smoke in the wind. Back in hiding, Uche watched Ada sleep on the couch, a blanket over her, her breathing soft but uneven. He didn't know if things would ever be the same, but he knew one thing: he would never stop protecting her, and the ghosts of the past, he would bury them one by one. Like, share, and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Cheers.